Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time.
Well, that big shiny key means we're in the big leagues now, because you can get pretty far if you just get some lucky draws in the game. You can get, reasonably far if you get really lucky cards when you're choosing your deck. A few possibly overpowered legendaries can get you a long ways. But you don't get up to 8 wins unless you have a good deck, some skill in playing, and you've had a little bit of luck in the draws. And that's the kind of opponents that we're going to be against from here on out. I mean, we probably already were for the last 2 or 3. But yeah, the odds of running into someone who just totally lucked out to get this far are dwindling to nearly 0. That means if my deck is crazy, somebody out there has a deck that is much, much crazier. Also, it may take longer to find a match. Or maybe it just felt like it. I don't know. A lot of priests today.
The light shall bring victory. Your soul
Okay.
shall be mine.
Whoa, okay, that's pretty bad, but we are definitely keeping the Berserker. Can we get some other castable things? Yes, we can. That looks more like a powerful starting hand. Yeah, that'll help back me up when I run out of 2-cost guys. Okay, we are going to coin out... The best guy's still got to be the Berserker. You know what, though? I'm going to coin out the Loot Hoarder. Because if a 2-3 comes out, I can hit it, draw a card, and then coil it and draw a card.
I hope you like my invention.
Does mean I'm kind of wasting my turn here, but I can just coil that and keep going, or I can actually play the Berserker now. Hit for 2. It's not really accomplishing that much, is it? I don't know if that plan was very well thought through. Don't really want to coil this, but no, I'd rather have this alive. I'll take the 2 damage. My opponent could just heal the damage, but then he wouldn't be doing anything with his turn, which would be fine. Okay, so obvious move is obvious, and he's going to do something more serious rather than just healing himself, I'm sure.
Don't mess with Tusker.
Well, that's something. Can I draw my Sun Fury again? Because that happened one other time against that, and it was awesome. But no. Alright. We're going to play the Harvest Golem because he's awesome. And we're going to just hit for some damage. I'm not so horribly put off by letting him control where the damage goes because I do have the Mortal Coil. Now, of course, he's going to play something to mess with it. That doesn't bother me too much unless it gets taunt somehow, which would be annoying. Really? You were going all offense on me? That I didn't expect. That I didn't expect. Mortal Coil is odd numbered casting cost. It's still not actually working out that great for me. I've got to do something about these guys, though. I think I have to use him to get that. Mortal Coil it up. See what I draw. Dread Infernal. Okay. Not the worst. And we'll hit that. So he will now do a lot of damage to that before dying. And my opponent's likely to Holy Nova, so I'm going to put out the Haunted Creeper. Because after a Holy Nova, I'll still have a huge army. It's an army of garbage, like 1/1s and stuff, but it'll still be an army of sorts. Unfortunately, if he hits that and then Holy Nova... Well, no, he's not going to hit that first anyway. That's even dumber. So, yeah. You wouldn't hit that before the Holy Nova. You'd hit this before the Holy Nova. You have your own spider, so that's kind of annoying. I hate these guys. That's why I picked them. I've got all the 6-cost guys in my hand. I really need one of my 5-cost guys. It would be handy. Oh, you're going to heal him. That's kind of annoying and funny. So using Leroy to kill that seems like a ridiculous form of overkill. Not like the good kind of overkill, just like the dumb kind of overkill. I guess we'll kill this.
Who you want me kill?
Then we'll kill that. You know what? We're gonna buff this guy. Kill that. Now, Holy Nova is gonna work out much worse for me now. Much, much, much worse. So I'm not actually gonna play him. Or am I? So Holy Nova will crush me, but next turn I can play 6-cost guys. No, I'm gonna draw a card anyway. Got a good enough army. If there's no Holy Nova, then fine. If there is a Holy Nova, it's gonna suck. Because it'll even heal this thing. Now, it would take his entire turn, which is not the worst, but I'm mostly hoping for a play that doesn't involve Holy Nova. Shadow Word Death on him? Yes, because I'm about to play some fatness. I'm going to lay down some fat. Your proposal is acceptable. I don't know the best way to do this, because I'm looking at him, and he looks like he... him, and he looks like he could solve a lot of his problems, but I don't want to give this thing a bonus. I don't want to lose both my little 1/1s, but it might be worth it, because if I hit that first, and then I hit that guy, and then I play him, he will kill them both. This guy's bonus will go nowhere. I'll have lost all my 1/1s for no good reason, but that's pretty good. If I just Hellfire to kill stuff, I'm going to have way less on the board. So that's not going to work out well. Yeah, okay. No death rattle for you. He just used a Shadow Word Death. If he has another one, that would be annoying. But would it be as annoying as the fact that I play a Boulder Fist right afterwards? I don't know. We're going to find out. He's got a Boulder Fist. Well, that's pretty annoying. I'll give you that. Shadow Flame. Awesome. I think my plan, having the Shadow Flame in the pocket, is pretty handy. I think my plan is going to be Sunwalker and attack.
Truth is my shield.
Because even if he takes out the bubble somehow, hopefully the Sunwalker is going to do 4 damage to that guy, and then I can Hellfire him or Shadow Flame or whatever. I am only 2 turns away from Leroy Shadow Flame, which is always a lovely play. Ooh, that's kind of annoying. And I'm healing him. Yep, that is annoying. Double Hellfire would kill everything. That is not necessarily to my advantage. Although, hit for 4, then double Hellfire, that's another 6. He'd be at 9. I can do 9 damage pretty fast with Leroy.
So many possibilities.
But I could also just Shadow Flame this guy, kill all that stuff, and then play 2-mana guys. Yeah, that's a more conservative play, but it makes sense.
Justice shall prevail.
Mind if I roll knee?
I don't need too much of this stuff to get through before I can, like, do crazy Hellfireness. Well, you're going to put out something, you're going to make it harder for me, because I've got to kill that before I can get through for the damage I need to do finishing. Power Overwhelming. Of course, I draw that after I do the Shadow Flame. It doesn't matter. I think the Shadow Flame was the correct play. So, Leroy plus Power Overwhelming costs me so much mana I can't Hellfire as well. But it is 10 damage. Boom, boom. And hit for, yeah, there's no way my opponent will be able to recover enough to stop me from Hellfiring him to death. So that's what we're going to do.
Justice shall prevail.
Hey, dip that!
Nightblade, that doesn't hurt either. I could just play the Ogre, too. Yeah, that maybe gives my opponent less chance to come back, in theory. I have all the Hellfires in my hand. That's getting ridiculous. The next turn I can Power Overwhelming something, probably. Double Hellfire. I have a lot of options. There's no way you are surviving. I would be incredibly impressed by whatever crazy legendary you would whip out that would stop me from winning. That is not it. There is no card for 3 mana that would stop me from winning now. I defy you.
Time's up. Let's do this.
Priests do not like Priests do not like what the Rock is cooking today. 9 wins. They're now. You end the arena in victory at 12 wins. So this is going to end when I get 3 more wins or 2 more losses.
Gul'dan versus Uther.
Paladin.
I will fight with honor.
I hear paladins are good at taking out evil. That's not a good sign. Because I know whatever I've been doing is evil. Do I want to keep the starting hand Soulfire? No. I'm going to pitch that and hope for more castable things. It may be an error, but I got 2 Soulfires, and I've got a whole lot of these guys. Okay, no first turn play. That is probably a good sign for me. Let's drop the Tidehunter. It is usually a very good... Like, against an opponent that can't pay 2 mana for 1 damage, this is usually a good counter. Of course, the fact that he has the Pyro makes it not as good. Mortal Coil? No. Mortal Coil would have been nice.
Mind if I roll knee?
Now, he could hit me for 3, cast a spell, and kill everything. That would be pretty rough. I'm going to go Grizzly Bear instead. Beatings. Okay. This is already not going well. It's really not. Wow, is it not going well. We're going to play the Berserker.
Time for a little blood.
Hey,
I guess I should do that first since it's going to draw me a card. But yeah, it would have been too late for that to be the card I needed. I do have to say this sucks, though. That is not how I wanted these turns to go. The Pyromancer was the perfect thing to hose me at the start, especially since he had the coin. If I'd gone second, it would have been a little different. Got 5 mana, no good 5 mana plays. Let's see if I can draw something. That's not really what I needed, but okay. I don't know. This is all not going well. For 7 mana, I could Arcane Shadow Flame. It's one possibility. Hellfire is another. If he kills that, I could Hellfire. Oh, damn it. That's not going to work out as well then. It's probably still a Hellfire turn, especially since I'm loaded up with them. No, this is so not going. Just that one Pyromancer. Pyromancer coin is enough to really mess me up. Play another minion. Play another minion. Play another minion with 3 hit points or less. Don't do that. That doesn't cost you anything. I got a Hellfire again, I think. If I play him, he's got enough stuff to just kill him. It's not going to work out right. Ouch. This whole thing is not looking good. Soulfire might help. So if I play him, I would start to be getting a foothold. I guess I play him, and then this will do 2 damage, and I can Soulfire and finish that. I'm going to lose usually a really good card, I'm sure, but I think that's what I got to do to try and reestablish myself here. Because up till now, this game has not been going my way. Well, I didn't lose the Shadow Flame. All those Hellfires are getting like card advantage, but the Shadow Flame is the one where you clear out the enemies and you can continue fighting. Really, with the freezing?
Reporting for duty.
Power Overwhelming? I'd take a Power Overwhelming right now, that would be cool. I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to draw a card because I'll still have 7 mana left, so I might as well draw the card first. Okay, does that change anything? Because my plan was going to be Power Overwhelming, hit for 8, then take the one that's going to die anyway, and use it to kill all this stuff. Is it worth it now, though? Because he's still there giving the buff. This guy's going to come out and kill them. And actually, these two would be able to finish that. No, there's no. I don't need to do that now, as awesome as it is. This guy's even better. Stupid cursor. I hate it when it does that, when you like your cursor gets underneath the card somehow and it won't go back on top. Which, if you're running out of time, that is the most like annoying and stressful thing imaginable. You're like, what? No! Speaking of no. Aw, really? That's not very nice.
Not on my watch.
That's even worse. I've got 10 mana now, so maybe Nightblade. I could Nightblade, Power Overwhelming her Shadow Flame. I mean, I'd lose my big guy, but I could Power Overwhelming him, hit for 10, and then Shadow Flame him. I could also just use the Power Overwhelming on him. That would be big enough to kill all of them, and I would still have enough mana to draw a card. Let's draw a card and figure that out. Now, wait, it's going to take 5 mana to Power Overwhelming him. If I'm going to do her... That is blowing my load, really. Like, that is all my stuff. And yes, it would be at equal health, but I'd be low in cards, too. I don't think I like that plan as much as keeping my 6/6 alive. I'm going to draw a card, and then I'll use him for it if I have to. Harvest Golem. I've got 8 mana. 3, 4, 8. I can do that. So I will get back a Harvest Golem. That works for me. I mean, I'm not getting the 4 damage of hitting him in the face, but I got to keep it 6/6, so I'll take it. I hate that he gets to keep a card for that. That's unfortunate. Oh, he doesn't have a way to finish it. Okay, could be worse. I'm going to get more damage out of him. That's interesting. So I could play all these guys. Excuse me. Excuse me again. So, for 8 mana, these I can do 4 damage plus 6, 10, 11, 12. It's not going to kill him. If I draw a card, it's still not going to kill him because the card can only do 4 damage. If I buff him, he'll still die to the Yeti, so that's not going to do it. Buff him, I could hit for 9, still have this out. I think I'm going to draw a card anyway. More fatness. The thing is, if I buff this guy so that 1/1 can't kill him, that's pretty sweet, and I would also get a 4/4. I'm glad to have this guy, but I think I'm just going to keep rushing with my original plan. Although I'm losing her surprise value by doing that, so maybe I should have saved her, because he could play some crazy tauntness. I'm going to get 5 damage. Now, he has 5 damage out. He could hit me back. He just needs 6 damage in his hand. Avenging Wrath would have a hard time, though, because I have a lot of meat out there. Damn it. Oh, okay. I thought that was the insulting well played. Why was he not squelched? I demand answers. Yeah, it's probably because I forgot to squelch him. But the real culprit is whoever the hell has not put in a menu option to permanently squelch everyone. Why is there not just a tick box? You idiots. I love your game, but you're idiots 10 minutes of time for a programmer. There are so many of us that want perma-squelch. Not a majority, I'm sure, but enough people that spending 10 minutes with a programmer would be well worthwhile. Regardless, we're up to 10 wins. If I get 2 more wins or 2 losses, it's over. So the next video is for all the marbles. Next time.
If you enjoyed this, please activate the like button and check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.